What kind of shit? All right, what's up, for that nation? Welcome to the WDN Chatline podcast. This is the host CB, and I'm here with my co-host WD. Um, where do I say, man? We just got our ass whooped by a 0-2 Panther squad. I guess how you feeling? I guess I ask you that. I
Oh,
know.
how I'm feeling? I'm feeling just like other Saints fans. Disappointed, unhappy. I am so sick and tired of seeing this damn offense, man. This offense is horrendous. It makes my eyes bleed. I'm pretty sure we're all seeing the same thing. Now we probably got different opinions on certain things that we're going to get into, but just overall, bro, this is another game where you feel like you should win, like you feel like you're the better team, but that has not showed itself. The offense is really as just as bad as any offense you'll see in football, and I am about tired of it. Let's get into it, CB.
Okay, well, instead of us just going by position to position, we can just do the offense and just start from there, discuss, and then we'll do defense. So, do that, nation. Yeah, we just basically just got our ass kicked by the Panthers. This was a winnable ball game. But the things we done today was not good enough to win, and we're gonna get on both sides. But far as like people saying the defense played well, they was on the field a little bit, but it was some things that they done as well that contributed. This wasn't, this was a team loss. Like both sides done things to lose the ball game. So just wanted
Yeah,
to
I
say
mean,
that.
and while we at it, yeah, there are things that the defense could have done better, but at the end of the day, they only gave up a touchdown. It was a garbage touchdown, a terrible touchdown given up by them that we're going to get into. But besides the point, they did give up only a touchdown, which should make the game winnable. This was
Right.
80% on. I'm gonna say I see 80%. Hell, it's 95 still on the offense, man. I mean, just horrendous, man. Let's get into it.
Okay. Offensive side. I'm gonna just start with let's just start with Kamar. 'Cause that's how the game started before everything else happened.
Well, actually, before we go to Kamara, let's talk about that first drive. The first drive was one of the more promising drives, and yes, we do got to talk
Mhm.
about the refs again. It didn't affect the rest of the game because I mean we still had a lot of time to get our crap together. But just that first series that we had within the offense, just a terrible chop block call on Ingram, man. Come on, man, we going, that should just really bit us in the butt, man. But besides that, um, yeah, like you said, AK man, he coughed up the ball, man. We got Ingram coughing up the ball 2 weeks in a row, and this week is AK, and this time for six.
Right. I mean, yeah, you're right, man. They put a damper in that offensive drive because yeah, that was a great start. Um, I won't personally say that you know that messed the whole offense or drive up
Yeah,
or anything.
the drive more than anything else, not the complete off. The offense just been bad.
Right. So yeah, I guess AK he ran the ball good today, but fumbles like just we gonna get on Mark about fumbles. We can get on AK too. Nobody is getting no relief.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, veteran player, Pro Bowl player, All Pro player. It's no excuse for that. I mean, and this resulted in a worse situation, than with Mark touchdown. I mean, and that the momentum, the crowd started getting into it. After that, that was the first touchdown, and he got to do better with holding the ball. And that's basically it with AK. I mean, as far as his rushes and stuff like that, it really didn't help out the squad. Even though the numbers looked it, fair. I think he had 4 yards of pop, but yeah, that fumble was huge in this game because really the game was 13-0. The majority of the game. I mean, that was kind of the range 13-0 until they scored that last TD and that field goal. But yeah, he definitely got to do better with holding on to the ball.
Man, I mean, what's up with the ball securities, man? Like, what's up with that? I mean, we it's not like we've never had fumbles, but do we put that on coach, or is it just a bit of the executions? Because I mean, just this many fumbles, man. We this early into the season, and wow.
All right. And Dwayne had one too. I mean, on kickoff. I mean,
Oh
he was
yeah,
down by contact, but
right.
like
Yeah, you're
still, like,
right.
come on, we gotta get better. He was a few inches away from that being overturned because the player barely touched him. So I mean, I don't know what's up with the ball security. Hopefully they fix that. But yeah, that's it for Kamara as far as the offensive line and Jameis. Offensive line done a horrible job. As far as with MGP, I didn't even know he went out the game until like late in the second half. I didn't know he had went out with a concussion until I seen a play where Throckmorton got his ass whooped one play. He got his ass whooped, and I was like, well, why he in there? And then I checked and seen because I mean I was in the live game, so I couldn't hear people saying he went to the sideline. I had no idea he was out the ball game, but this offensive line as a whole wasn't picking up the blitzes. This is the third game in a row. Basically, nothing different from Atlanta sending the blitzes, nothing different from Tampa sending the blitzes, and it hasn't improved. I don't know what's the deal with the team not, working on, where to find the blitzes coming at. I mean, I don't know if you send like that Jeremy Chin sack, and I believe the falling play was the block field goal. It was either a block field goal or the missed field goal. But yeah, like people not realizing blitzes and picking up on blitzes, and that starts with Jameis too a little bit. He got to see that if he sees somebody
Yeah,
trying to blitz, you gotta either audible the play,
yeah.
bring a receiver over, put them in position to pick up that blitz. I mean,
Let's
it's things you can audible, and you got to do something, man, because that
yeah, yeah.
it's not
It's
looking good.
let's keep it real here, CB. That is part of James' problem. It's part of James' problem. He got to be able to see those things. You
Right.
got to be able to point them out, recognize it, point it out, communicate. It's a huge problem with the offensive line and Jameis Winston. Look, before this game even happened, there was a bunch of reports. First of all, Saints was dropping bombs. Back all the way back on Thursday when we did the preview show, I didn't even realize Alante got hurt, and then he got put on IR. I'm not sure if that's short term, long term, but either way, the Saints they were dropping a bunch of bombs in the reports before the game started. One of those with Jameis, of course, Jameis, he got what an ankle injury. He got I forgot what 4 back
Yeah.
fractures and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Jameis, I did not want Jameis playing this game. I'm like, if Jameis is hurt, if he's that hurt, he should not be playing this game. That's
That's
why you
true.
signed Andy Dalton. That's why you signed him. In this game, Jameis Winston, he looked horrible. He looked horrendous. And I felt like Andy Dalton should have been put in this game numerous times.
Right. Now, is you saying that him? Do you think the injury was part of it, or do you think he just playing, horrendous? It was just
Well, it's kind of complicated because when it comes to the short passes, you can see like some of those throws was off, and I think that was more so about his injury problems. All the stuff like not recognizing who's blitzing, you know, uh, some inaccurate passes downfield, the interceptions and stuff. That's him. That's part of him. That's his game. But some of those throws, some of those short to immediate throws that that were totally off, I feel like that was a huge part of his injury problem. And I just felt like he should have been taken out this game. Like I don't know what's going on, but I'm telling you, for situations like this is why you have Andy though.
facts. I mean, like I said on the preview show, if Jameis is hurting and he know he hurting, it's affecting some of the throws because in practice they really not going full game speed right now. So yeah, I mean in practice, you going through the walkthroughs and stuff. Yeah, it may not feel as bad, but when you get in them game situations and you got guys really coming for you, and it's no red shirt on, and you got to be twitching and stuff like that with your ribs, and I mean it's gonna be a little bit different.
Yeah,
So I
and
mean, if you really feeling like you hurt, he just should have set out. Because if not, and you do this, then yeah, I mean, everybody you see the media already asking Dennis about
can
Wentz
I
and
can I can
asking
can I
Cam.
respond to this right quick? Can I please respond to this right quick? People are calling for Dalton, but will he be the answer? Is the question. Here's the thing: if Jameis is hurt, you don't want him to get hurt even more so. That's one.
Right,
I'm not calling for Dalton to be a starting quarterback long term. It's the fact that Jameis is hurt and he's playing bad. He's playing bad throughout the whole game. And furthermore, you don't want him to get hurt. So that's why I'm calling for Dalton. That's why I'm calling for Dalton. Because have he shouldn't have been playing this game. And honestly, he probably shouldn't have been playing the Bucks game. You see, I mean, if you see that the injury is affecting throws, if you see, like last week he's not running for first downs and stuff like that, you see
right,
that it's an issue.
right. And you got a Dennis. That starts with Dennis. Dennis, you the head coach. Go up to the man and tell him, hey, I think you need to set this game out. That Jameis don't make that call. Dennis makes the call. So
Mm-hmm.
go up to him especially after that Bucks game, you can clearly see it was two situations where he could have scrambled for the first down, and he didn't. And there was one play today where he could have took off and got a first. The
Look,
man is not healthy,
and I mean,
and
on top of that, on top of that, I mean, the reply to this was I'm talking about as far as winning games. If we lose the game with Dalton, we lose the game. But the problem is the quarterback that you have is hurt, and we're also losing the game. You're just furthermore damaging Jameis. And look, Dalton, this is like one of the top backups. We paying him what, 3 million or so like that?
yeah,
Come on, man. Like what's up with that? Like I'm not saying that Jameis ain't the best chance for us to win the game.
right,
And I disagree with this comment here. This loss isn't on Jameis. Yes, it is. He plays a huge part in why we lost this game. He did. And I really felt like he shouldn't have played this game. And I feel like he should have been taken out.
right,
We cannot wait till the fourth quarter to get things going. We can't. Now, I'm not saying that everything was on Jameis. Not everything was on Jameis because this offensive line is horrendous. Whether they can't block, whether it's blitzing, but the penalties are atrocious. I'm saying we getting when we get a drive going. The time we are getting a drive going,
right.
everything's being called back. Even a nice little run here and there, a nice little play. All everything's getting called back because somebody's holding. Um, Man downfield, something. It's always something. It's just all bad. But Jameis did play a huge part in why we lost this game as well. Not
A
saying it's
huge
all on
part.
him. He played a huge part. He was bad. He was bad. It is what it is. Call it for what it is, y'all. Y'all saw it. It was bad. And to be honest with you, that throw to Jarvis is why he got hurt. That's why Jarvis got
He
hurt.
had to use his knees to catch. Yeah,
Yeah.
he had to use his knees.
And then later, the I think the play after that, Michael Thomas. I don't think this is how Michael Thomas got hurt, but he had to go low for his catch. So yeah, it's definitely on Jameis too.
Right. And I want to. Yeah, I'm glad you made it clear with what you said with Jameis, because people will take that and run and be like, well, I thought y'all was pro Jameis. Well, I speak for myself. You can too. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Jameis is the better quarterback over Andy Dalton, in my opinion. But if the man is hurt, which I believe he is, let Andy Dalton get in the game. Like, why do Jameis have to be trying to tough out stuff? Like I said on the preview show, this is making or break it for him in New Orleans. If he trying to fight the play and stuff and fight through injuries to play, and you being a huge reason why the offense not driving, that's gonna be everything against you. And I'm judging you. If you putting the pants on going out there playing, I'm looking as if you healthy. Which deep inside, I believe
Exactly.
he's not healthy.
Exactly.
But you going out there playing, and you know you gonna get that backlash if you don't play well, whether you hurt or not. But yeah, some of those runs that he could have made, Dennis should have made that decision to put Dalton in last game. Let Jameis take a week or maybe two off to get the ribs right. I know he maybe. I mean, Drew Brees was at the tail end of his career, so it's kind of different. Brees was trying to get a ring on his way out, so yeah, that's why he was fighting through those injuries and stuff. I mean, so it's kind of different. You fighting for a contract and being the franchise quarterback of this organization moving forward. You keep going out here putting out. They not gonna say, well, he did fight through the ribs and stuff. Maybe that was no. You put on them pads and play. They gonna judge you for what you put out on that field, and that's facts. But Dennis should have definitely been a step in and told Jameis, no, let me sit you these games. And I could kind of tell the way he was hurt. He was hurting a little bit. But yeah, as far as me saying Dalton should come in because he's better than James, or to see like what he can do and can he win us, I'm not gonna go that far. The offensive line, they not picking up these blitzes, so it don't matter who's back there unless you got like a Lamar Jackson that can take off and scramble. And then yeah, that'll kind of brush up a little bit of the offensive woes and picking up blitzes. But Jameis plays a part in, calling out these blitzes that he see, and the times he was doing it, it was late in the play clock. It was like 8, 7 seconds when he was starting to, notice things. You gotta know that when it's, 18, 19 seconds in the play clock. He wait till it's 8, 7 seconds left, and then now you rushing. And then that's how one of the fumbles with the center was made. You trying to motion stuff late in the play clock, the clock about to run out. But yeah, you put on the pads and play, you gonna get judged as if you healthy. So I mean, I don't know what's gonna be the move going forward. With this London game, he may need to set out. But see,
Well,
now we in a hole.
Dennis, he said it after the game. It was a report. He put it out there. He said that he doesn't see a need to change quarterbacks right now. Not to say that won't change. It can change, but I'm gonna go with his word.
Right. But yeah, as far as like, you know, I mean, like, I think Dalton is better than, I know Jameis is the better QB. But with that being said, Jameis is hurt. So why not? If you hurt Jameis, why not just shut out a week?
Right.
rehab, get the ribs time to heal, and we got us a very probably the best backup QB in the league.
Exactly. Exactly. And here's the
Probably the
thing.
best
And,
QB
and,
backup.
and here's the funny part, bro. This is going back to people that's that's calling for the quarterback's head and all this stuff. I remember certain people, like, remember when Drew was hurt. Well, actually going into that 2020 year, they actually had certain people that was actually like, hey, we can use Jameis as a backup. Like when it was reported that the Saints was going to sign Jameis to be a backup. Um, some I saw people like agreeing and being happy about it, right? But here's the thing: a quarterback like Jameis, he for most of his career he's been a starter. So it's not like he's gonna be a backup a long term. He's gonna fight and compete to be the starting quarterback if he's resigned, right? Now all of a sudden he's the starter, and those same people they're so against it. And guess what? We got a similar situation here with Andy Dalton. Now Andy Dalton, he's here for what 1 year or so, but yet he's a backup, and for the most part of his career, guess what? He's been a starter. So I just find it funny that I see people that were begging Jameis to be a backup when it's time for him to get on the field. Though they get scared and they question him and stuff. And now it's pretty much a full circle with Dalton. I'm just looking back at all that.
But I mean, what far as what Dalton didn't he start for Dallas when
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
when
he
Cat went
started.
out? And what was
Yeah,
the result?
they didn't resign him.
That's what like. That's what I be like. I don't get it, man. As a fan, anybody that's in the black and gold, unless like just take Darren Shaw for an example. If that situation would have happened with him while he was a part of the Saints, then yeah, I don't want him on the. I don't want him on my team no more.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want him on the squad. Get rid of him. The team would have done that anyway.
All right.
But Catch, like stuff that he was doing when the man was in college and stuff, they still holding on to that.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I ain't gonna get into all that, man. That I'm just saying, like that's is their reason for not wanting Jameis to be a the QB for the Saints, or just wanting calling for his head now. Like I said, I want Jameis to be the quarterback. He's out there playing. I'm He not getting no pass from me. He not getting no pass from you. We basically said the man played like shit today, regardless of those numbers and stuff. Yeah, he got off some throws. It was some that touchdown pass to Jarvis. That was a touchdown. Yeah, we didn't get nothing off of. Will Lutz came in after that. I think that was the block field goal. So I mean, yeah, that stuff like that. Yeah, he getting criticized for. Now, whether if his hips was hurting or not, that's no excuse for that. Like I said, he gonna put on the shoulder pads and go out there and play. Then you gonna get judged accordingly. You gonna get judged accordingly, as if you was healthy. Now it's crazy how AK had a rib situation that he set out the Bucks game. He set out the Bucks game with his ribs, but Jameis got cracked ribs and stuff like that, or fractured, and he's still trying to tough it out. Why? Why you gotta tough it out?
But I mean, let's keep it real. This offense is horrendous. When it's all said
Yeah.
and done, Jameis plays a part, the O line plays a part, the coaching
Right.
plays a part. I mean, you got penalties on offense. On the O line. I mean, they they can't block. They not Jameis not recognizing the blitzes. It's a lot. It's a lot of things to go around blaming on this offense, and especially even coaching. I mean, look at the ball security issues. What's going on there? It's just it's bad. And look, let's keep it real. We've only had one good offense. No, we had one good quarter of offense, and that just says it all for the 3 games that we played, man. One good quarter of offense, man. That
10
is so sad to
points,
see.
10 total points total
My God,
in the first half in all three games combined.
terrible.
10 total points. And this is offense where we said, was supposed to be to be all explosive and, you know, Chiefs-like offense and all that. And I was hearing some people saying, training camp, them not getting together in training. Man, this is week 3 in the season. I ain't trying to hear none of that. I mean, everybody was present, right? Besides, even Mike was present. That ain't no excuse about the lack of time in training camp. No, you got alphas and dogs out there. It shouldn't take all this time to jail, in my opinion. Not offensively. Offensively, I don't see what's the difference. If you got all this alpha, that's gonna make guys get open, right? I mean, I don't see what all this timing and stuff like that. I mean, I know Jameis has to work with his receivers and get his timing right, but seems like he had enough time. Olave was there in training camp, so that connection shouldn't be that big of an issue. And I know he got off on some throws. It was a few. Olave just made a hell of a catch. He throwing in traffic on that one. It easily could have been. It could have went the other way. Well, Olave just made a hell of a catch. Far as what Mike, every throw he threw to Mike caught. So maybe he just need to look that way a little bit more, and let's just start working Mike, and Mike catching everything. He looking fantastic out there. I mean, it's no excuse why this offense should be stalling. And why, like I said, why the defense, I believe there was some plays that they could have been made, but just a positive for them or a situation. I mean, just I say a little pass on them. They was out there damn near the whole game. If we going 3-and-out every other drive, I mean, like they damn near on the field the whole game. So that doesn't help either. And we relying on them to, hold shit down while offense giving opportunities and just stanking the joint up. Totally embarrassed out there at Bank of America Stadium.
I mean, bro, how do you go from what we had last year to Jarvis, MT, Olave, and the offense is worse than what it was last season?
Right.
And the O line was even more banged up than what it is this year. How do we get worse?
Game 1 against Green Bay last year, Jameis 5 TDs. I know it wasn't far as just driving 80 yards downfield. I
Mm-hmm.
gonna say that, but we were still putting the ball in the end zone,
Right.
regardless of where we got the ball at. The defense got us the ball. We put it in the end zone. We getting the ball back. We're not putting it in the end zone. We punting the ball here and there. There's no excuse for that. No excuse at all.
And you got to think that actual touchdown by Marcus Callaway, the last one. I'm pretty sure some people turned the TV off by then. But yeah, man, he snagged it. He saved it because that ball was supposed to get picked too. Jameis would have thrown 3 picks. He threw 2 interceptions. But man, look, the schedule don't get any easier. We do want to win these division games. That's just looking ahead. But this when it's all said and done, the schedule does not get easier. It gets way harder than this. So strap up, Who That Nation. Like I said last time, we are in this together. But if they don't improve, if they don't get their act together, man, we are in for a long season.
Right. That's facts. I mean, as far as when it go to trying to stretch the offense, I don't know why Deontay he didn't play this game, but the first 2 games he really hadn't been getting targets downfield. I know, you're trying to get a Lave the ball, but why not have 2 guys in there that can stretch
But
the field?
here's the thing. Here's the thing. He was inactive this game.
Was that due to injury or
I,
just
I don't think so because you know what I find funny? If you look at his returns, he haven't been trying to return the ball that much. Is he upset that he didn't get a new contract or what's going on there? Because I mean, he was inactive and it doesn't look like he was he was showing effort there, returning kicks. So I think he was a healthy scratch. I don't think he was hurt. If anybody's seen anything, please correct me. But I'm
Yeah, I
very
mean, he wasn't
curious.
on the injury report.
I
You
don't
know,
think he was. I just think he was a healthy scratch.
so basically they took Traquan in and booted Deontay out. That's basically what.
I guess so. I mean, we got guys like Jarvis fielding kicks. You got guys like Washington, Callaway. Yep. I mean, hey, look, Traquan looks good, but the problem is every time Traquan does something, he gets hurt. He gets hurt
Right, we done
every time.
seen that situation. I mean, I'm just saying with these deep ball because teams gonna see what Jamie's trying to do. He tried to fit it in today, and there was a few that could have got picked off. And I'm just saying, just for the betterment of Jameis and Olave getting those deep passes, as far as the offense in general.
Oh
If
man,
you
and
got two
Olave's
guys
so
that can
good.
stretch the field, why not have them stretching the field at the same time?
Mm,
I mean, I don't get that because Deontay can stretch the field as well.
yeah, you can. And really, that I know it's funny because we did add Jarvis, we added Olave, of course Michael T. He's coming back uh, from not even playing over a year. I mean, the thing is, you go back and there's the chemistry between Jameis and Callaway and also Hardy. So I mean, I would have thought he would have played some part in the offense this year too. Guess that's not happening. I think what happened was Hardy. He probably he wants to get paid. Because I mean he's been that dude returning kicks and stuff. But I just go back all the way in the preseason. I remember him fielding kicks all the way in the fourth quarter, and I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Fact. That's
So
true.
I'm just like, hey man, I don't know what's going on there. Uh, yeah, man. What's that guy named Kurt Merritt? We cut him. He ain't make the 53. I think he on the practice squad. I don't know if he is or not, but I'm just like, man, what is going on here? But when it's all said and done, this offense is just it's bad. I'm looking for answers. I'm looking for improvement. Like we can ask all the questions we want, and they can answer any kind of way. I want improvement. That's what I want. That's what we all want to see improvement. I'm tired of the same redundant, repetitive as answers. It has to get better, man. It has to. They gotta find some type of way. Because right now this offense is looking way worse than it did last year, and I didn't even think that was possible.
I had no idea. Had no way that was it could get any worse than that. Yeah, but yeah, as far as this having time to jail, man, fuck all that shit. I ain't buying that. About needing time to jail and get man, no. Ain't no way. You got somebody in the backfield behind you that you can dump it off to. You got receivers. I mean, the O line's supposed to be straight. I mean, is we missing Teron that bad? I mean, I guess that Teron leaving, man, is playing a huge part. I mean, I know he had trouble staying healthy, but when he was healthy, man, we wasn't having issues like that.
Yeah,
And this game, it was coming from the outside and the inside. But
and
But like I said, I didn't realize that Pete had went out the game until like late in the third quarter.
yeah,
Once that play I
concussion.
seen Throckmorton get his ass whooped, I looked and seen that Pete had went out with a concussion. I didn't have no idea, but it is what it is. I mean, that's what we putting out on the field. Jameis got to do a better job at picking up those blitzes. I mean, that's just what it is. He got the power to all up onto something new. If that means he got to bring a receiver and put him on, close to the line of scrimmage to pick up something. Whatever you got to do, you got to do it. But
Look, I mean, when it's all said and done, it is early. But here's the thing: it goes far more than that for me, because
right,
I'm just thinking like it's not even about it's not even about games being close and stuff like that. I mean, the offense is really bad, and I'm just looking for something new right now. I'm looking for something new. It is really bad. Do you know how painful it is to see that your team is so hard to gain a few yards? You know, every down gotta be a concern. That is just so. It feels like a chore watching us play. You just notice how we just flip flop. You know what I'm saying? We go from great offense to horrible defense to, you know, the offense getting suspect and the defense getting better. And now here we are. Very good defense, horrendous offense. And look, we see all the comments. We trying to get our thoughts off right now. You know, we not going to be on here too much longer. We're not going to do the join in segment, man. But we just trying to get all our thoughts together right now. Let it all out. We're about to get into this defense in a minute, and then after that, man, we gonna be done with this. But yeah, that's
Right.
pretty much all I got to say about the offense. I mean, we could talk about the good. Olavi a beast. That man gets open. He's a beast. Um, Good to see Triquan. Too bad he got hurt. MT, MT looks like MT. He just got hurt.
Right.
Everybody else needs to play better. Everybody.
And hopefully Jarvis can play next week. Hopefully MT. Hopefully those are not significant injuries.
Yeah.
Because the way things is looking offensively right now, we need those guys. Um, but yeah, Mike definitely needs more targets, man. I mean, I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying like we trying to stretch the ball. I'm not even gonna get into all that, but
Yes,
I
Michael
just
Thomas had a
simply
toe
put,
injury,
Mike
by the
need
way.
to get the ball more.
Yeah, Michael Thomas he left with a toe injury, and
Yeah,
Jarvis got a hurt. He got hurt as well, and Triquan got a concussion. So yeah, it's not looking too good.
right. Yeah, we
As
we
far
know
as
what. Oh, go ahead.
oh no, go ahead because I'm about to get into the defense right quick.
No, I was just gonna make this comment. We can go to the defense. I mean, who that nation? We all know what Drew could pick up and stuff like that. We know what his IQ was. But I'm saying let's not bring Drew up when we want to bring him up. I mean, the same ones that saying bringing up this now was the same ones wanting them, saying it was time to, pass the torch on. We know what Drew could do with picking up blitzes and stuff, but it's different now. I mean, we got a new guy now, so we just
I'm a read this comment here. Keith Jones, he said, if you can't decipher the defense in front of you, you can't be a starting QB in this league. To keep it real with you, that is a fair point, and I'm not going to argue with that. I'm not going to argue with that. The only thing, the only way that can be responded is if the quarterback can play better than what he's been doing. There's no way to respond to that because I mean it's a great point. Like it or not, is a great point.
play calling plays a part. Like I said, it's a plethora of things, but what WD was saying earlier, I agree. Jameis is the driving force. He the quarterback, making the throws and seeing the defenses, seeing the blitzes and stuff. Like you got to get shit. I mean, you the man in charge out there. But yeah, play calling plays a part in that too. Yeah, the play calling has to be better. Absolutely.
SaintsUptown, we see you, buddy. We see you, man. We gonna hold it down for you.
But yeah, I mean that's basically it on the offensive side. I don't see anything else. I hope Deontay Hardy can play next week. I hope it ain't nothing dealing with contract because I think that's won't be a smart idea to be dealing with that because then that's probably gonna result in him getting traded or something like that near the deadline. I hope that doesn't happen. The way shit looking right now with the offensive stuff, we need that man in the return game or something to help this offense out. Get a good field position, punt or kick return. We need that man out there. So, I don't know. Hopefully, it wasn't nothing like that. But
I see a comment that said, anyone notice Demario missing a few tackles? He usually make just an off day. I hope. I mean, actually, Demario been doing that this season. It's unlike him. Maybe he's just getting up there in age. However, the defense, while the defense did have that touchdown was horrendous, by the way. The defense, they only gave up a touchdown, terrible one at that. But they did whatever they did as much as they could for us to be in a position to win this game. You know, let's talk about that terrible touchdown by them giving up. You got PJ missing, and then you got Tyron whiffing, man. I mean, look, I'm gonna keep it real with
Matthew,
you.
it's supposed to be that All Pro, right?
No, but I'm gonna say it, bro. I mean, we talked about this before signing him on this show. We talked about him on this podcast. We want Tyron Matthew. We wanted him to replace Malcolm Jenkins, not to replace Marcus Williams. Real talk. Like, we want him to be that strong safety, not the free safety.
Facts.
Like, he's better when he's closer to the line. Not saying that he's not good in coverage. He can, we know that's one of his main gifts, being good in coverage, being a ball hawk. But I would like to see him better at that line, close to the line, man, playing strong safety. As far as free safety, I mean Marcus May, he played free safety. He didn't play today though, and we had to rely on PJ. PJ replaced Marcus May at the strong safety, and he was on it. I mean, he misses a tackle.
Right. I mean that play resulted in a touchdown. I mean that was a crucial miss. I mean that was also other missed tackles.
Yeah,
Uh,
and Justin Evans, he does look good.
yeah,
Justin Evans, he's been playing pretty well even in the slot. I think Justin Evans though he's better as a free safety too, because that man, I'm telling you right now, that man even in college, that man looked like he was a baller as a free safety. But it is what it is. I thought Bradley Roby, there was some plays he allowed catches, but at the same time, he actually improved a lot this game. You know, when it's all said and done, defense did as much as they could. Besides that horrendous touchdown, they did everything they could. Look,
right.
the D line they're not getting as much pressure as they did in the past, and that's playing a huge part in why we're not getting takeaways. That look, you see the takeaways Panthers was getting. That's what we need on this defense right now. Not just forced fumbles, and we didn't really get any today, but we need more interceptions. As bad as this offense is, it's so bad that we have to rely on takeaways. That's why I've been craving for those interceptions from the defense. At least something.
Yeah. I mean getting hitting quarterback hits,
Mm-hmm.
and sacks that can result in that. Now, yeah, if anything negative, like I said, I mean like you said, the missed tackle that touchdown, yeah, could have had that, but they was out there, they damn near was keeping us afloat all game. But a negative we will take from the defense is as far as Baker getting touched. The man, scrambled a few times, was running around for his life a couple plays, but we should have been putting those paws on Baker, and we didn't.
And I
And it
mean,
was a few plays where Baker had Tom threw the ball, and he just wasn't making the passes. That's why, I had text. I was like, man, Baker ass. Like it was a throw he could have got off. I think it was on Roby. Roby was beat on that play, but Baker just didn't make the throw. It was early on in the game.
oh yeah, and by the way, thanks to the Saints, man, we saved what Matt Rule, we saved Baker, because yeah, you ain't lying, Baker he played bad, but we didn't get a takeaway off of him, didn't pressure him enough, so he was saved. He was definitely saved. Damn it, man.
Crazy, man. But yeah, Justin Evans, I'm glad he's showing up, man. His open tackles made
Mm-hmm.
a hell of an open tackle on McCaffrey. We need that definitely in that slot position. So yeah, shout out to Justin Evans. Um, but yeah, the way it's looking, man, we're gonna need takeaways on the defense, and I know it's asking for a lot. It's asking a lot on the defensive side, but me, man, the offense ain't giving us nothing to work with right now. And then the Deontay situation. If I just hope, I'm not gonna say I hope he was hurt, but I hope it ain't got nothing to do with contract issues and stuff, because that's a huge mistake right now. You need anytime the ball is in, we get a chance to touch the football. He need to have it on when it's special teams time, and then our offense need to get better. Like if not, he probably he is the best return man in the league. I mean, that's just a fact. I don't know who else is returning balls like him. But yeah, he made the Pro Bowl for special team kick return. That was his bread and butter. Let that man out there on special teams. We need that. But yeah, man. That's best. That's basically all I got to say. I mean, these first three games, it could have easily been 0-3. You seen how we had to do some miracle shit in the Atlanta game in the fourth quarter for us to even get back in that game and win it.
Yeah, that's
We was
Atlanta being
getting beat
Atlanta
that
as well.
play.
I mean,
Yeah,
Atlanta is Atlanta, so thankfully they are themselves.
right,
I'll take it.
right. But it just is what it is, man. I mean, I know far as this is early in the season and all that, man, I ain't trying to hear none of that. Because we year after year, what we've been doing. If we was fortunate enough to get in the playoffs, we would look back at this game and this game and be like, man, if we could have won one of those games, or the stupid stuff we was doing in that game cost us a chance to be the number one seed and get a bye. And then we end up having to go on the road or anything. Not saying that, you know, that's a bad thing. We've been playing good on the road, but anybody wants that, that week off. You get to skip around, but I just hope we not looking. These is three divisional games. We done lost two out of three. That's not a good start.
Yeah,
The
and,
whole
and
team knew we had three divisional games going into this season, so
yeah,
they know we couldn't have. We couldn't get off on no type of bad starts. No trying to figure things out. None of that. Shouldn't have had none of that. And it's looking like the offense is not in groove at all. We knew Carolina was going to be sending the blitz. They done it last year. They were successful last year. Coming into this game, Matt Rule on the hot seat. So they players, I would think that they trying to fight for their coach. The coach fight for his head coaching job. They 0-2. They desperate for a win. So what they gonna do? They gonna look at that tape. Okay, we knowing they're having trouble picking up the blitz. So we gonna fire their ass up with blitzing. This is something that we struggled with in week one and week two. So we done had time to go to the drawing board and, you know, get this addressed, and we still ain't found a way to, get it address this. Still the same old song. We're not being able to pick up blitzes. James not being able to audible at the line of scrimmage. So yeah, Keith Jones, yeah, that's a great statement you made. So I mean, hopefully things get right. Jameis, if you hurt, sit down, man. Sit down if you hurt. Because you're gonna get judged, especially this some of these media and even our own fans. You're gonna get judged to the T with everything, even with the media. They asking, questions about Jameis now. So
I
I
mean,
mean
all
that's
in all, he has to play better. I mean,
yeah,
he has to play better. I mean, Atlanta game, when he wasn't as hurt as he is, he wasn't playing that good until the fourth quarter. So when it's
right,
all said and done, get he got to improve. They waiting to see that man fail. That's why I can't even fool with some of our own fans, man, because you can clearly see some people are waiting for him to fail, and it just really don't help when you defend him. It really don't help because man, we want to see the do good. Prove that he can, at least try to.
right. And OG, I see that comment about I definitely ain't thinking about no playoffs. Yeah, I'm not talking about no playoffs.
We shouldn't even be
I
talking
was
about
just
we shouldn't even be talking about no playoffs in week 3 to begin with. So I
no, I
mean,
was just bringing up a situation to where what we done in the past with when you look back at why we didn't get this spot or that spot, and even last season. But yeah, as far as talking playoffs, nah, I definitely ain't talking no playoffs. We don't need to be talking about no playoffs at all. I'm not revisiting nothing like that. I see where we at week 12, week 13 when it's close to the end of the season. But that was just an example I was, making for us what games that we losing and we shouldn't have lost. We shouldn't have lost. Even the Bucks game, we should be 3-0, honestly, but woulda, shoulda, that ain't got nothing to do with anything. We 1-2 right now. A terrible start in the division. That's not a way to start off in the division. We knew we was gonna have 3 games in the division coming into it. The coaching staff knew it. So it just is what it is with that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, made problem, yeah. I mean, but it is what it is. Really can't be defending. I mean, Foss is off the field still. Yeah, you can't defend that. I mean, you can defend it, but people want him to fail just because of that. I'm
yeah,
judging him by
I
what he
mean,
does on the field.
but right now, like you said, what you said, if he's hurt, if he's that hurt to where he know he can't play at least somewhat decent, you know, then he needs to sit down because I mean, right now it's hard to defend his play.
Right,
You know, because like I said, we talking about him being hurt, but even in the Atlanta game, he didn't play that good. He didn't play that good until the fourth quarter. So when it's all said and done, bro, he does get his mind right. The coaches they got to get their mind right as well because it's on them too.
right.
And when it's all said and done, it's up to them. It's definitely up to like James. He has to get it done, bro.
Got to.
I mean, like it's right now, it's now or never. At this point, it's now or never. Not just talking about this week. I mean, this is about him being a starting quarterback for any franchise, not just this one. I mean, he would want to play better, and I don't think it would be wise for him to play if he's that hurt. So, regardless of the situation, he has got to do what he got to do.
Facts. But you got anything against WD? That's about time, man. I hate it. Just the second year. I mean, I go to the game every year up here in Charlotte, but I just hate I just hate when fans be talking shit and they know their team is ass, but you
Talk
can't
trash
say
talking reckless,
what
yeah,
can you say? What
yeah.
can you say when you go out here and your team is making embarrassing the fans?
Looking worse than them.
Like we got all Mike T and all this out here lined up, and we still can't get nothing popping on offense. That's embarrassing. I mean, but it is what it is, man. We 1-2. We got the Vikings coming up, and that ain't nothing no better. They definitely better than Carolina. So we'll see what
Got a
how
week off
things go.
early for that one.
That offense looking crazy, and I forgot they got Justin Riga up there.
Oh, I thought you were talking about our offense. It's looking crazy in a different way.
We'll see how things go, man. But you got any final thoughts before we wrap this up?
Man, shout out to the viewers. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I see this chat is very active. And like I said, I knew we were going to have some points where we disagree on, some things that we do agree on. But when it's all said and done, we all want the same thing. We want the Saints to win. Unfortunately, they didn't do that today. And hopefully, we're going to try to, hopefully we can win next week, man. Hopefully, we can do better than what the hell we've seen these first 3 games. We all 1-2, not 0-3, 1 week at a time, always looking for improvement. But thank you guys for joining us. Um, Make sure y'all like, subscribe if you haven't already, and share because it'll help us out tremendously. That's all I got, CB.
Right. Yeah, definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in. Who that nation? I know y'all down us right now. We all are down right now, but hopefully the team gets it together. It starts with Dennis. Dennis has to make decisions. He the one makes the decision on whether to play Dennis hurt or not. Play, play calling and offensive line both right.
CB, your mic kind of messing up. Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm gonna repeat that. Yeah, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Who that nation? Like I was saying, it starts with Da. Da has to get things right, offensively. So we'll see what happens moving forward. We're 1-2 in the division, 1-2 overall. We gotta get on a, we gotta start a win streak. We gotta get this offense right. So that's basically it. As far as the fall lines, we start getting that bat open. But today, man, we just wanted to vent our frustrations. Really didn't want to be on too long because just not in a good mood. But y'all, I hope y'all understand, and hopefully we get things back in motion. But yeah, too this is ridiculous. Too much talent, facts, fam. Too much talent to be wasted. So hopefully they get it together. And as far as next week, we keep y'all updated in the community tabs on Twitter, and let you guys know when our shows will be following week. So that's basically it, man. It's the WDN Chatline podcast, and we're out. Who that?
For life.